This is Bonnie, and she just got back from her Canine Good Citizen test. And how'd she do, Sam?
She did wonderfully. She passed everything. She did not down on the very first time I told her to, but she did on the second one and did it beautifully, and they thought she was absolutely lovely. She was very well behaved, very nice, very well done.
What else did she have to do in the test?
She had to sit, she had to down, she had to stay while I went 20 feet away and walked back to her. She had to stay while I walked 10 feet away, and then I called her to me and she had to come to me. She had to walk through a crowd. She had to pass another dog and sit while I shook hands with the other dog's owner. She had to, the two things I was worried about were down and the separation, supervised separation. She had to go into another room with the examiner and with the doors closed so she could not see me, and stay there for 3 minutes without acting anxious. And I was worried she wouldn't be able to do it, and she did it beautifully. The examiner said she was very good. She had to sit while the examiner looked at her paws and looked in her ears and groomed her with a brush. She had to walk on a loose lead and take a right turn and a left turn and an about face. She did that perfectly. She did everything just very well, and I think that's just about everything.
Yeah.
She did very well. I was a little worried about two parts of it.
The distractions.
So did Judy help you?
Judy was part of the crowd, so when the dogs had to go walk through a crowd, Judy was part of the crowd, so that was a help, and Judy was also there petting this little dog and other little dogs as they needed to be petted.
So did Judy witness all this great performance? Because I'm having a hard time believing this.
Be a witness to it, Judy.
Judy witnessed part of it. Judy spent some of that time playing with a little Yorkie named Louis.
Oh, okay. So you can't really confirm what's being said here, right?
But we have something in writing to show.
I was not an eyewitness to everything,
You weren't?
but I was an eyewitness to much of it, enough to know that what Sam is saying about Bonnie is true.
Oh, okay.
And when we went over to talk to, or for the examiner to check her out and try, she said, you know, you can register her with the AKC. There's an IL, there's some kind of initials, and that means that she can be registered as a poodle, even though she doesn't have paperwork from her mom and dad and things. So if we want to give her a really hard, big head, we will register her. Oh, the examiner also said a couple of things. One, she did something just beautifully, and the examiner said, I've already studied the test, Mom. I know what I'm supposed to do. And then she said something else about poodles being very smart. Oh, she said groomed, and she said, oh, you can tell she's very well groomed.
Bonnie offered her paw, remember?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
when the examiner was doing the grooming.
When she was supposed to pick up her paw, Bonnie handed her paw to her, so she thought that was very nice. So, yeah,
All
she
right,
was very,
well,
very good.
Sounds like she fooled him in pretty good shape. So.
But one of the dogs did not pass, so it's not a sure thing. But this one did, and we've got paperwork to prove it. And there are all kinds of things we can buy. We can buy a Canine Good Citizen bandana and a Canine Good Citizen charm for a tag, and I don't know what else. Oh, and a certificate, because what we got was the paperwork. Come here, Boo. The paperwork showing that she passed, but we don't have an actual certificate. So only $8 and the copy of this, and we can get her a certificate suitable for framing.
All right, well, she fooled him, so good job, Bonnie.